Today we will take a look at many different sources for housing decor, to be precisely ones you can access with a Horde character. An Alliance version of this video will come as well, so make sure to stay tuned. Before we go into it, there are some vendors that basically just give you the chance to buy an item you already got from an achievement, like the Head of Onyxia for example. Those vendors will not be mentioned here. Also, many items are locked behind quests or reputations, so I won't mention every single quest line here since that would just take far too long, but the name of the quest is listed in the description of the items. Starting in Kalimdor, there are 4 items you can get in the Warthrone version of the Zone of Darkshore by killing weremobs. You can get the Banshee Queen's Banner, the Elven Temple Brazier, the Filigree Moonstones and the Forsaken Spiked Brazier. In Orgrimmar you can find a couple of vendors. Once there is Second Chair Porto, who gives you the quest to go around and find new decor vendors. These quests come once per week and you get 2 new items per quest. All the items you already earned through this can be later bought by him again. Then at this character here you can buy a bunch of books. And there's also the Undercity Quartermaster, who gives you the Lordaeron Fence and Fence Post. There also is the Battleground Decor Specialist, but every item you can buy here has an achievement which you first have to complete. In Thunderbluff you can find the Thunderbluff Quartermaster, who sells you a rug, and that is pretty much it for Kalimdor. Not too much, huh? Let's check out the Eastern Kingdoms. In Tranquillion in the Ghostlands you can buy these 2 items. Just a little warning, you need an exalted reputation with Tranquillion, but that can be easily done in one day by simply questing through the zone. Then in Gilneas of all places you can buy a bunch of items, as long as you completed the Reclamation of Gilneas questline. In the Seeming Gorge you can get a few items after unlocking them through a couple of quests. And in the Burning Steppes you can also get this lamppost after finishing a questline. And then there are also a bunch of dungeons which grant decor items. Shadowfang Keep, Blackrock Depths, Upper Blackrock Spire, Return to Karazhan, and the Dead Mines. In Pandaria you can get a bunch of items from different reputation vendors like the Tillers, the Augur Celestials, the Lore Walkers, and the Order of the Cloud Serpent. And also this book in the Temple of the Jade Serpent and the Horde Warlord's Throne from Garrosh in Siege of Orgrimmar. In your garrison on Draenor you can pick up some items from your garrison quartermaster. From Supply Master Eri you can get the actual poop bucket. If you have a war mill building you can get the Warsong Footwears and Orcforge weaponry. If you have a Frostwall Tavern you can buy the wooden mugs. And then there are some items you can get in the Trading Post building, if you have that one. Then in the Iron Docks dungeon you can get the Orgrimmar scones from a final boss, and in Orkindun you can get the Duanic Ottoman. Before we continue, do me a favor and consider subscribing to the channel. More housing content will come soon and you don't want to miss out on it. Now let's take a look at the Broken Isles, because here we can get a lot of items. First there are all the Order Halls. Every Order Hall of any class has a bunch of items you can get, like 6-7 items each. Some of them have to be earned first, but some of them are really easy available at the Quartermaster. Then there are a bunch of items in Thunder Totem and High Mountain. You can get up to 8 items from the High Mountain Emissary and up to 14 items from Torf Dubstomp inside the big building downstairs. Then in Lothalil in Val'sharah you can buy up to 11 items from Slefira Ambergrove, 2 items in Bradensburg from Corbin Branwell, up to 3 items in a small camp named Lightsong from Miria Glenbrook, and 2 items from Hilsef Travelstride, a wandering trader who walks across this long street. Next in Suramar you can get 8 items from Talisra in Shalaran. And in the city of Suramar there are multiple decor vendors. There's Mindy at this location in this house, the Sundrius Merchant over here, and then Jorkenna at this location. Then in Dalaran you can get 2 items in the Inn of the Horde area. Also in the Underbelly there is Valzoon, who will be selling the items from Legion Remix when the event is over. And in the Vindica on Argus you can get 2 items from the Argosan Reach Emissary. Then regarding dungeons and raids we have the Darkheart Thicket, Court of Stars, the Thyrion's Lair, Seat of the Triumvirate, and Spellblade Aluriel in the Nightfall raid can also drop something. Next, up to the zones of BFA. At the Great Seal in Khaz Algar, there is a Decor Specialist who has up to 19 items. Then there are 5 more in the zone of Nazmir at the Zul'Jin Ruins. Then there's another Decor Specialist in the harbor with 15 more items, as well as the Warfront Vendor. And on Mechagon you can get 15 items from a Quartermaster. Also around here you can do the repeatable quest Even More Recycling, which has a chance to grant you an epic chest, in which you also have a guaranteed item. And you can also craft a bunch of items here. Regarding dungeons, we have Freehold, Operation Mechagon and the Shrine of Storms. The Shadowlands are kind of a forgotten place, as always. You can get one item here from the Vantir Covenant. This book. Yay! Luckily on the Dragon Isles there's much more to get. The Valdrakken Keeper of Renown has up to 5 items for you. Titalash over here has up to 5 more items, but you need to be a Dragfit to talk to him. Then in the Waking Shores at the Dragonscale base camp you can get up to 6 items from the Keeper of Renown. And then in Belameth, the city underneath the big tree Amirdusel, you can talk to Elandriath right here and get up to 7 items. And regarding dungeons on the Dragon Isles, you get something from the Algethar Academy, Letharis, and the Ruby Life Pools. Now to Khaz Algar. In Dornogal there is a Decor Vendor down here, who sells 7 items. Then the Renown Vendor has a few more items to collect. There also is one in Freehold Village, who sells up to 3 more items. Near the Cinderbrew Meadery dungeon you can get this honeypot for 75 sizzling cinderpole, which can drop from the elite beast nearby. In the Winging Deeps there is the Decor Specialist shirt, located in Gundagars. In Meveldar in Hellowfall you can get this big cupboard from the Innkeeper. In the zone of Undermine you have a bunch of different vendors. The Renown Quartermaster has 4 different items. And there are also the 4 cartels, which also have vendors which sell you items if you have a right reputation. Also, the Darkview Solutions vendor has 2 items for reputation, and there are street food vendors all over the place, for example right here, and they sell you the leftover Undermine takeout. And then finally, in the zone of K'aresh, you have a Renown vendor who also has up to another 12 items. As well as the vendor Tazam, who is directly outside and can sell you the Cartel Collector's Cage. In the Cinderbrew Meadery and Priory of the Sacred Flame, you can also get 1 item each. And that's it for today's list. I hope I could help you, and I hope to see you next time. Shout out to the channel members. Until then, see ya!